Hi, so welcome back to Real Auto Reports. Today we have the Real First Impressions video edition here at Real Auto Ranch on this 2014 Kia Forte, and this is the EX model. So we're going to give you our first thoughts, so let's take a look. Okay, so from the front, the 2014 Kia Forte is all new. This is the first model year of this new design, and it's going to look different, very different. In fact, it's going to look more like its big brother, the Kia Optima. And it's rounder, wider, lower, and actually longer. It gives the car a much more curvaceous look than the previous generation. It looks more full-bodied, I guess, is what I'm really trying to say. But you're going to notice some styling cues that are new too, like these LED positioning lights. These are optional, and they're on this upper end EX package that we have here. You're also going to notice the brand grille here for Kia, and that's going to really be, very similar to other Kias. You're going to have fog lights on the EX, and that's something you won't find on the lesser packages in the LX where you option the car down a little bit. Now, of course, this car is a lot more expensive, a little bit over $25,000, closer to $25,500 is tested. So we'll show you some more features as we go around the side. Okay, so from the side, what you'll notice immediately about our EX here is that we have the optional 17-inch alloy wheels. These are something you won't find on most of the Fortes on the lot, but on this EX package with the technology and the premium package that it has, or that kind of luxury package, it's going to have these wheels with the nice dark colored insets, really nice, sets it off. You have power folding mirrors and the turn signals in the mirror, which are nice. You have the chrome accents on the door handle and the touch, which is cleverly disguised into the chrome to let you in and out of the vehicle. Now, the profile of the vehicle here is very different from previous years because this is the new redesign, but you'll notice it's a nice wide slab side design here. It's got a gentle detail line here going through the taillight and down here through the front fender, through the headlight assembly. It's a nice subdued design, but still gives it that kind of sporty edge, which the Kia is really looking for, more so than its very close cousin, the Hyundai Elantra. So we like what Kia's done here, and we'll take a look at the back now. Okay, so from the back, this is a really optioned up model, so there's a lot to kind of see that you might not be able to see unless I point it out. So the first thing is it does have rear park assist as well as the rear camera that hangs down under the back lip of the trunk here. Those are both great features, and from a first impressions perspective, great at this price point, even though it's more expensive than you might be looking to pay for a small four-door sedan. You're also going to notice in the design that these taillights are keeping with the trend of the Kia Optima, so you can see that design and brand language really being pulled through this new 2014. One of the other features I like from the back is that it does have the rear trunk release under the back here, so you've got your camera hanging down, and then you've got this little button, and it will pop up a little bit for you so you can grab it and lift it all the way up. It's got good trunk room, and yes, I could crawl in there like I have before, but it will hold a good amount of luggage and cargo, and we like that. It's a flexible vehicle, it's good looking, and I think they've done a nice job with the 14. But we've got to take a look at the inside. From the driver's seat, the first thing I noticed when I got into this car is how many features it had in this EX package. So you've got the technology package, your navigation, climate control, dual climate control in fact, steering wheel controls, Bluetooth, all of this stuff that you wouldn't find in normally a car of this size and maybe even this brand, but Kia really does bring the features and the value in their cars, and that's what they're going for. Give you a lot for as little money as possible. So you also have memory seats, power auto folding mirrors. They automatically fold in when you lock it, and when you approach the car and touch the door handle before you unlock it, it unfolds the mirrors for you. Some neat features that really are starting to set Kia apart from a lot of the other value four-doors in this compact segment. And I think they've done a great job. And not to mention, It's not winter yet, but we've got a heated steering wheel, heated seats, and in a Forte, you have cooled front driver's seat. That's pretty incredible and a lot of value for that $25,500 that you're going to pay for this car as tested. But we got to take a look under the hood and see what powers this new Forte. All right, so under the hood, what you're going to find is the optional 2-liter 4-cylinder engine in our EX here. The EX is really the only car that you're going to find the upper end motor, but you're going to get 173 horsepower and pretty good fuel economy, all things being equal, with 24 in town, 36 out on the freeway in a 28-mile combined. Now this one in particular has the 6-speed automatic transmission with the manual shift. You can also get a manual transmission, a fully manual, and you'll see a little bit different fuel economy there, but not by much. There's also the standard 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine that comes in the LX, the base model, and that will really only do about a mile per gallon better in town and out on the combined rating that the EPA gives you. So that's not bad to get a lot more horsepower, because you're going from about 148 to 173, giving this car a lot more pep and personality. Let's check out how this vehicle drives out on the road. All right, so here we are, real first impressions on the road with the 2014 Kia Forte, all new. And one of the things I noticed immediately was how this car drove. It is fairly peppy from a start, although you're going to notice a little bit of a flat spot right on takeoff, and then it really gets into the power as you go. And that's not unusual for this kind of 2-liter 4-cylinder. Remember, we have the optional 173 horsepower 4-cylinder in this particular model. Some other things that I'd like to point out from a driving perspective is that it's fairly quiet inside. It has good placement of the mirrors. I think at first I thought the mirrors were a little small, but I think they just take some getting used to because they are a nice shapely design. So you sort of sacrifice a little bit of functionality for usability, functionality for design, for looks, for impressions, if you will. So I like the way it drives. The automatic is quite nice, shifts well, and the manual mode is actually quite nice as well. You click it over and you're immediately in whatever gear that the transmission had been in at that time. So we were in third, and we can shift this through up to fifth, and then we're not going fast enough to really get up to sixth here, but it does shift well. Now, from a manual mode, it is kind of rough on the downshifts. It's not as smooth as some of the cars out there, but it'll be right on par for cars of this price point in that $16,000 to $25,000 range, depending on the options. You've got a nice feeling in the suspension, and this one has flex steer, which means that you can change it from a sport to a comfort to a normal setting, all from the steering wheel here, and it lightens up and then increases the weight of this steering as you drive along, and you can select the mode that you like best. I quite like the Sport because it's a little more dynamic, makes you feel like you have complete control, and it doesn't seem to wander as much. But some people might like the Comfort setting because it will feel a lot easier to turn. All in all, from a first impressions perspective, Kia is continuing to do a good job, and you're going to have to check this vehicle out to see if you like it. But stay tuned for the wrap-up coming up next, and then for the real video coming up shortly on this 2014 Kia Forte. So that's the real first impressions video edition on this 2014 Kia Forte. The 14 is an all-new design. It is something that, isn't like its predecessor because it's lower, wider, longer. It's a different car, and with this EX package, with the technology and the luxury package that it has everything that you might even find in higher-end cars like the BMW 3 Series. It's a lot of value at about $25,500 is tested, but you can get into a Kia right about that $16,000 mark into this Kia Forte at the very base model. There's a lot of stuff in this car, and it well, can be optioned up or optioned down to your liking, which makes it very flexible. And in this Abyss Blue, it's pretty eye-catching. We'll have more details for you in our real video right here from Real Auto Ranch. I'm Jonathan McGrew. This is Real Auto Reports, and we'll see you down the road.